Welcome everyone. Rare, as you know, is a company that believes in living and traveling consciously. The initiative for Beautiful Planet was inspired by my colleague's daughter, Ahilya, who's been a great follower of Rare. And in fact, used to take down copious notes about Rare and send it to me. And I used to wonder, how do I, where do I share this? So one day, just talking, we usually have a date on Sunday to chat, and just when we were chatting, we decided to just chat about her experience and her thoughts and what she does for environment, what does she believe in, and what's the message she has. So that is how Beautiful Planet was envisaged. And today we have with us Shaurya Vardhan Goyal. Hi, Shaurya.
Hello, Auntie.
Hi. And Shaurya, in a minute, he will tell you a little bit about him. Shaurya was recommended by his sister Samya Goyal, who was the second on our series on A Beautiful Planet. So, Shaurya, can we begin with knowing about you?
Uh, yes. So I'm Shaurya Vardhan Goyal. I study in the Sriram School, grade 6. I live in Gurgaon and I like to do gardening, and that's pretty much I do all day
Okay.
except
And
studying
yeah, you do studying and gardening, right?
only.
Yes, only, yeah. Shaurya, let's just dive right in as we spoke in the afternoon. If you can step back and remember the first time you sat in the middle of nature and you thought, this is beautiful. I mean, the world around
Uh,
me in the middle of nature is beautiful. When is the first time this awareness, this thought actually came to you?
So when I joined my school, the first thing we were taught about is how we can save nature instead of like alphabets and numbers. So since then, I started going inside and finding like what is my inner love for nature, and that's where how all of this started.
All of this started. And when you say in your school, what class are we talking about?
Pravesh Vatika
Yes, Pravesh
nursery.
Vatik is like nursery, right? And I like it when you say going inside, your inner thought. In Pravesh Vatika, you must have been 4+, right?
Yes, auntie.
So how was your everyday? What was your everyday interaction with nature at that point?
So like everyday interaction was basically like we used to go in the field. We used to see the uh, garden and all of that, so, like the nursery and all of that. And then our teachers used to tell us that. So we started with the very basic things like switch off the tap while brushing your teeth and all of that. Because
Yeah.
these small steps only make the big difference.
Make a big difference. Yeah. So let's talk about each one of them. So shutting off tap water when you were brushing your teeth, right?
Brushing your teeth.
Teeth. What else do you remember?
Uh, don't use a shower while taking a bath, and like don't use a shower by taking a bath. Use half a bucket of water because that's enough for you. And those were all the things we were taught.
You were taught, right? And this is in Pravesh Vatika, which is nursery. You're from Aravali, from the Sriram School, Aravali, right?
Sriram School Ravli.
If Aravali, yeah. And you have a lot of greenery in the school. Do you all used to play out in the? You all were sitting
So
out to study.
like uh, no, so we used to study in the classes, but like at some time, so like we used to go like outside, like in one period or something, like the circle time period or something, and then we just used to sit, like there was a stage, and we used to sit around there, and then we used to interact, so like we could see nature, and that's like a huge thing,
Fantastic.
because when you see, you learn.
Do you remember any excursions, any school trips to maybe
So,
the somewhere where nature was abundant? Do you remember any
yeah,
school
so we
trips?
used to go to the Tau Devi Lal National Park many
Yeah,
times, and then we used to play over there. We used to see the flowers and everything.
Fantastic.
That's like the garden and all we used to see
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah. And
And over
Rao
there, we were
Devi,
taught that do not take out like anything which is there in nature and do not pluck
don't
grass.
pluck flowers. Yeah,
Yeah, just let
absolutely. Leave
nature
nature
live.
as it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. And let's come to gardening, right? When did you start? And for the Van Mahotsav, you made a video on gardening. I loved it.
Video
That
on
was
garden.
very on Van Mahotsav, right? And this was the
Yes,
Van Mahotsav during lockdown.
yes, Auntie.
Yeah, and when did you discover your love for gardening? I mean, and how
So
much of it do
like
you do in your day to day?
I do gardening for like around 2 hours, and so it has been since the starting only. So and all the teachers like Anuradha ma'am, Madhu ma'am, Aparna ma'am, Anusha ma'am, Preeti ma'am, Maitri ma'am, they all encouraged us to do like something which like for our inner love and find our inner love for the environment. And so like when in fifth grade we used to sow some we sowed some seeds, and then we're making like some fritters out of them. And after like around that time I felt like that after I did the sowing of the seeds, I went the first thing I did was wash my hands because I felt it was so gross. But then in this lockdown, when the gardener and everyone stopped coming, I got the duty to water the plants, and then that's how I like found out how wonderful it is and how
To get your
it's
hands
just so
dirty?
smart. Yes, and
Yeah,
it's
to,
just so, nature is so smart, and that's how
absolutely.
I figured it out. And I started growing from like methi, and now I've grown like an uh, red lal mooli.
You said you were growing red spinach, right?
No, I'm growing red spinach, but like like uh, uh, 1 week ago I harvested lal mooli.
Lal mooli, and
So
then what else did
and
you grow?
uh, right now I was currently growing like corn, some turnip,
Okay.
spinach,
Mm,
rajma, and
that,
in the green belt I've grown
okay.
capsicum,
Lovely.
and
So,
yeah, so that's all I've grown like till
and
now.
do you want to tell us what the green belt is? Where
So
is
it's
the
just
green
like
belt?
next to the like close to the footpath in front of a house, like
Hmm,
the bordering that over there, the green belt is
fantastic.
over there.
Yeah,
Uh,
so gardening is something that you really love to do, right? To get your hands
yes,
dirty.
auntie.
And it allows you to feel your inner love for the environment.
Yes, auntie, because like everyone has something.
I love
So
that. I
I like to do
really
gardening.
very nice. I really love the whole idea of finding the inner love for environment. I think a lot of people listening in will actually resonate with that idea. So let's look at the initiatives that you did, right? Somebody, see, we have Asim Goel saying it's lovely to hear your thoughts, Shaurya, quite inspirational. So let's look at the PPT, that presentation that you made on saving water, right? So we did talk about this, that one of the things that you believe everybody doesn't really think about is the amount of water they waste, right? Isn't that what you said?
Yes, auntie. So
And
auntie, like uh, when like I was just noticing in my day-to-day life that the helpers around us were doing the actual work with water, wasting a lot of water. So then I did some calculations, and like I found out like if that many people wash their car with a pipe which uses 100 liters of water, and
wow,
if you use
yes,
a bucket, it just uses 15 liters of water. So you
okay.
save 85 liters of water in only washing your car.
Washing your car,
And
yeah,
then in the dishes, it takes 120 liters to wash the dishes in one time, and two times the dishes are washed, so it's 140 liters. So if we open the tap a little slowly, like a little less, we'll save at least 100 liters of water. The
fantastic.
next
Yeah.
point was mopping the floor. So 8 liters of water is used to mop the floor at one time, but we can easily work with 5 liters of water, and like the water which is left, if you don't put any detergent, like cleaning thing in the water,
In it,
it's perfectly good to water the plants also with them.
plants, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, because
Fantastic.
it's
Yeah,
just dirt and water, and plants also have dirt and water only,
absolutely,
so
absolutely.
it's fine to water them.
Fantastic.
And then the
That's
next thing
or
was washing the clothes.
washing,
What are washing
washing
the clothes? So
clothes. Okay.
like when we're washing the clothes, half of the time like a bucket is overflowing, something else is overflowing, and all of that. So uh, if we follow all of this, and like, so we have to not let the bucket overflow, and if we follow all of this, we can at least save more than 100 liters of water in one day.
Absolutely, absolutely. More than per person, right? And which means per job you're
Yes,
saving
auntie.
so much water, right? Also, Shaurya, obviously, as you grow up and as you evolve, you'll be coming up with a lot more ideas about what to do with recycling the water. How you can use bioenzymes instead of chemicals, so that you can clean as well as save water and also reuse it. But the thought that is really effective and that really touches me is the fact that you are aware and you are thinking about these things. And as you work on this and as you think more and more, I'm sure you're going to come up with a lot more ideas. So what did you do with this presentation? Did you talk to people
Oh,
around
so
you?
uh, in fifth grade, I made this presentation. So at that time, I shared it with like, we had a society, the Eco Leaders Club. So I
Okay.
shared it over there, and then from there, everyone shared it with their helpers. And so right now, I'll share it like after the lockdown opens, because right now nobody's helpers are coming.
Coming,
And
yeah. I would love to put it on social media and things, so that people can look at the little simple ideas that you have been putting out, so that people can save water. Is that good?
yes, auntie. And
Okay.
so I was seeing that like when school was open, so everyone, like mostly all the children, were drinking water from the glasses kept next to the water cooler. So then I thought that why don't we like keep the glass, stop using the glasses, because they're for the didis and bhaias, because they have to move like up and down all the time. So from like where to where can they carry the water bottles all the time? So then I did some calculation and figured out that at least like there was 20 liters of water being used for like two children or three children, because like the glasses were filled fully, and then we used to only drink a glass of water, and then so
And
me and
just
my
chuck it.
team like yeah, and then just chuck it the rest of the water in the sink. So then me and my team like we stood, and then we told everyone to get the water bottles, and unless and until it's like an emergency or something, like you forgot your water bottle or it's lost. So unless and until it was something like that, we used to tell them that get your water bottles on
Own
your
bottle.
own,
Yeah. Fill them
because
up
like
and keep it.
the
Yeah.
water bottle has already a lot of water, and when the kids go home, they'll eventually empty their water bottle
Absolutely.
mostly. Otherwise, you, because it's RO water in the, you can't even put it in the plants, because it's not good for the plant, because it has a
Yeah.
lot of minerals and all.
Okay. Okay. So let's
And
your water conservation idea will have to be shared with everybody, and I hope you will share with your friends, and we will also share it among our people. So in this lockdown, what else did you see? I mean, what did you see that made you aware that nature was reviving? Or you felt that small steps could really help in making life better, for instance? What were the things that you were thinking about?
so in like when nature was reviving, like I saw all the like everything was just like grandma's stories, like the skies are blue, birds are
Yeah,
chirping. And so
absolutely.
when I looked at these animals from my grilled window, I felt like I'm in a big human zoo, where we humans like were who were like having a war with Mother Nature, and Mother Nature has won. And
Yes.
So that's it.
So
And then
you mean that we were at war with nature and Mother Nature was one, and which is why
yes,
this. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
so it's just like she's given us one more chance to live, and
Yeah,
if we fail, it's game over. And
yeah,
if we don't, then because we have to live with nature, and we have to learn how to live with nature.
yeah,
And the second thing, I felt like everyone can grow little things at their house and like give nature only 1%. Because if out of our 1.2 billion population, if every person gives 1%, it's enough for Mother Nature. And
absolutely.
it's also reducing our carbon footprint a lot, because suppose you get some mangoes from somewhere, so that's just making increasing your carbon footprint 50%, because it takes some amount of carbon footprint to grow the tree, and it takes
Absolutely.
some amount of carbon footprint to take out the mangoes. It takes
Yeah,
a lot of carbon footprint to ship them to the
ship
place,
them to the, yeah,
and then it
absolutely.
takes carbon footprint to pack them and ship them to the supermarket and get them to your house. So, and if you
Absolutely.
grow it at your house, it's just like 15% or something increase in the carbon footprint just for the growing the tree and taking them out. So it just saves a lot of things.
You are also the environment captain, right? For what, how, 1 year,
Uh,
2 year, or are
yes,
you
I
still
was
the
in the
environment?
no, auntie, I was in the junior school for 1 year.
Okay. And
So
you were the
we did
is yeah, you were the environment
waste
captain, right?
yeah,
Yeah. And what all did you do?
not right.
And
Yeah, so we did waste segregation. So like we were noticing that the Ditis and Bhaiyas at the end of the day, they had to segregate the waste which we were throwing in the dustbins. So every day we used to go in every single class and check the dustbins. And if the waste was not segregated, we used to segregate it by ourselves and then tell every one of them. And we kept like a grid. So we used to put a cross if the class had not segregated waste, but if the class had segregated waste. And like we had EC reps for each class, so the reps had to maintain that, ensure that every class is segregating the waste, and
yeah,
everyone would think that's really gross, but at the end of the day, it is the waste which we have thrown in the dustbin,
absolutely.
and
And we
it's
should
our
all,
duty to clean it.
it's
So
our
after
duty to
some
clean.
days, like everyone joined and segregated the waste with us.
That's lovely. Let's talk about Van Mahotsav, because you did Van Mahotsav on a lockdown. When was this?
So this was from June 1st to June 7th, our school was celebrating One Mahotsav. So I created this short film on how to grow plants during the lockdown with the things we have in our house,
Correct.
which includes like methi, dhania, and ajwain. We can grow these easily, and they also grow pretty fast.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
everything like this we can use and then in our house, and then also save risk of going out and catching the infection, and it's also reducing our carbon footprint and all of that
Absolutely.
also.
And it also gives you something constructive to do, right? So what all did you all do
Yes,
as a part of One Mahotsav, and how did you all manage this on a lockdown? I mean, was it all on
so
online?
I just created the video and I shared the YouTube link with school,
Uh,
and then school shared the link with all the parents, and then everyone is doing everything at their house.
at their house, and did you all share? Do you remember anybody else doing anything, something that you really liked on the eve of the One Mahotsav?
No, auntie, exactly not.
Okay, yeah, and the school has been doing One Mahotsav every year, and you participate every year,
Every
do
year.
you? Okay,
Yes,
fantastic.
auntie. So, like, if the lockdown was not there, we used to like every kid was given a sapling when school used to end, and then
Uh,
we used to plant the sapling at our house, and some children used to plant the saplings around school. So the school used to
Everyone
give
used to
us like
plant, yeah.
1 year they gave
Yeah.
1 year they gave us jade, 1 year they gave us a neem, and
Mm.
we also did not use any plastic bag or something to like give the tree
They used to come in
and
paper bags, right? I know
paper.
these are
No, auntie, we used to get those marble, small marble pots, and then we used
pots.
to take it
Mm.
in.
Very nice. Great. So, do you have environment sciences in the in the school as one of your
Uh,
subjects?
Auntie, till junior school we had environmental consciousness, and in
Okay,
senior school after eighth you can choose it as a third subject.
as a third subject, environment consciousness. Is that your subject?
Yes,
And
environment science as third subject in after eighth, and in junior school it's environmental consciousness.
conscious? Oh, fantastic! And what all were you taught in environment consciousness? I mean,
Like
what were the
how
subjects like,
can
and
we
you found
spread
it interesting?
awareness?
Okay,
Like how can we spread awareness and how to like save water? So
hmm.
all the like how to save pangolins because poaching and
There's a big problem with
everything was happening
pangolins.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, so we were taught all of that
Okay.
in the EC
About
period and like
wildlife,
wildlife and
water
nature.
conservation. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, and then like around Diwali time, we did a march around this market, and like everyone had their posters, and then we did a silent march with our
Yeah.
posters, and we were showing it like that, and then to
Say
everyone,
uh,
and then we also sold holy eco colors.
let's talk about Diwali. What did the posters say?
So like some some of us had written like in Hindi, some of us had written it in English. So, and then we were showing all the shopkeepers. So
Uh-huh.
like some were कि दिवाली पर पटाखे मत जलाओ वरना खुद ही पटाखा बन जाओगे and
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah. And what did you write?
I don't exactly remember
Basically,
because
say it
I had
basically
made
against
many posters
cracker.
and all.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, and then we did seed bombing
Okay.
as a like a activity of the Eco Leaders Club,
Okay. Fantastic. And
and
what is seed bombing?
so like school gave us some seeds,
Huh.
and then we went out for a nature hike, and we had to throw all the seeds randomly so
Uh-huh.
they grow into a tree.
Oh, fantastic.
And that's like we did
Lovely.
we at least did seed bombing of at least 100 seeds
Fantastic. And each one of you.
each one. No, like
Huh.
as a group, like as the EC team,
As a EC team.
Equal
Okay.
Leaders team, we went.
Eco-leaders. As an environment captain, these were the seed bombing. These were the initiatives you were a part of. Anything else you remember?
We also did like this huge board every year at school, like at the time of the orientation. We set up like a huge board and we asked every kid and parent to sign the board for like Kids for Tigers. It's for Kids
Okay.
for Tigers,
Kids
and
for
then
I remember
we at
Kids for
least
Tigers.
make
Yes.
this.
Tell me, Kids for Tigers. I mean, what was that initiative about?
So it was started by Mr. Bittu Sehgal,
Yeah.
and so basically it was just like we kids should protest against like when tigers are dying. So it was about that. So we had to get signatures from every single like whoever wanted to sign and say like fight for nature,
Okay. You
and
wanted to fight
we
for
got like
nature. Hmm.
support nature, and then after the getting the signatures, we school used to give them to some
To
Kids for
Bittu
Tigers
Bittu's
people,
team,
and
Kids for Tigers people. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Okay. And did you enjoy that campaign? Did you
Yes, it's pretty fun like stopping everyone and
and
please
talking to
thank please
everybody? Yeah.
and explaining them why are we doing all of
Why?
this,
Absolutely. That's
how
the
are we
most
doing,
important
and
thing. Yeah. Great.
spreading. It's basically spreading awareness because we kids are very talkative kind of. So whenever we reach home and go to the park, we'll spread it with our friends, and our friends will spread it. So if like one person also spreads it with 10 people, and those 10 people spread it with other 10 people, just one person can spread it to at least 100 people. Because one
Fantastic.
person told the information and been spread on.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's how good things go around, and that's how bad things go around also. So you need to choose wisely. What is it that you want to promote, right? Let's see if you have any questions. Aman Agrawal says, well said. Anuradha ma'am is there listening to you. Aman Agarwal saying, always love and respect nature. Thank you for that. Deepa says, well done, champ, from Aman Agarwal. Aarti Goel says, well done. We talked about who inspires you. Would you like to share?
So nationally, all my teachers, Anuradha ma'am, Preeti ma'am, Maitri ma'am, Anusha ma'am, Aparna ma'am, and of course Madhu ma'am,
And
even
Samya
Mr.
also. Yeah, Mr. Bittu Sehgal, right? But
Bittu Sehgal, like,
yeah,
because one man can make such a big difference.
big difference. Have you heard him speak in your school?
So we went to this conference types with Mr. Bittu Sehgal in TSMS Noida. We met him over there. Like, he was speaking. We didn't actually like meet him.
Okay. He was speaking, and you like that?
Yes, I got to know that man can also save nature. He only needs Mother Nature and her support.
Absolutely. What is that one message that you want to give people who are listening in Champ? Yeah. People are calling you Champ. Ashima Singla says, well done, Shaurya. What is the message you want to give all the children who are listening in, and also adults? Don't forget adults.
So just find your inner love for nature, and like when I sow a seed, I feel like we are right now in the current situation of a seed. We have to go inside and then sprout out. We can't just sprout out, and we have to stop cribbing and find our inner love for nature.
Fantastic.
Because the one who will go inside will sprout out later.
Will sprout out, yeah. Fantastic. That's such a great message. Thank you, Shaurya. Thank you everyone for listening in. Shaurya is too young to have an Instagram page, but you can. What's your mom's?
Kiran Goyal 5533.
Yeah, Kiran Goyal 5533. You want to reach out to him, have send him some accolades. You can reach out at Kiran Goyal. Just to tell you that this is in the series where we believe children can make a great difference. They say the child is the father of man. I have never heard a young child speaking like this. His insights and his thoughts, that awareness is very, very important. And what really got to me was this finding the inner love for nature and environment. I hope you got all of that. Like they say, we don't need a handful of people doing zero waste perfectly. We need millions doing it imperfectly.
Auntie, I also had this poem to share. Like,
oh, sure.
So I wrote this.
Okay.
For Earth Day, asking forgiveness from Mother Nature. मैं माफी के काबिल नहीं हूँ लेकिन माफ मुझे तुम कर दो माँ. मैं बालक नादान तेरा हूँ लेकिन माफ मुझे तुम कर दो माँ. तुमने ही सब कुछ दिया है, पाल पोस कर बड़ा किया है. अनाज और फल फूल ये सारे तेरे हैं, ये तोहफे सारे. लेकिन हमने क्या दिया है, सब कुछ तो उजाड़ दिया है. पशु पक्षी और निर्दोष जीव ये सारे क्यों फिर रहे हैं मारे मारे. हवा पानी को दूषित किया है, पृथ्वी का दम घोट दिया है. माँ हम तेरे बच्चे हैं सारे, कर दो गुनाह तुम माफ हमारे. मैं माफी के काबिल नहीं हूँ लेकिन माफ मुझे तुम कर दो माँ. मैं बालक नादान तेरा हूँ लेकिन माफ मुझे तुम कर दो माँ.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you everyone for listening in. Thank you, Shaurya Vardhan. That was amazing. It was lovely talking to you. And I hope and I pray that you will continue to find your inner love, continue to expand on your inner love for nature, and really share it and create awareness for more and more people. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Shaurya Vardhan.
Thank you, Auntie.
Thank you for the lovely poem. Yeah, bye.